All right, so now I want to talk about one of my favorite campaigns of all, and it's the Newsjacker email. This one is so unbelievably simple, and the beautiful thing is you don't have to write all that much because what you're essentially doing is you're going out there and you're looking for relevant news stories and then just tying them into your message. So it's really effective because what you're basically doing is you're leveraging a third party source to essentially prove your point and to tell your story for you. Now, I want to show you before I get into the email real quick, just simply how this is done. So what I do is I just go over to good old Google and I'll type in something like hot dog cart Wall Street Journal. So in this case, I'll type in whatever the topic is. So let's say we actually had a business in the hot dog cart space at one point. So when the very first time we did this was this exact example that I'm showing you here. Typed in hot dog cart Wall Street Journal, and this was back during the big recession. And you can see here that there was this dogged pursuit. This story right here. Professionals find new livelihood selling frankfurters. And this entire article is about how, this person essentially got fired from Wall Street. And now he's out on Main Street slinging dogs and making a whole lot more money. So it's like a perfect story, right? We're sitting there. I mean, we can't tell this story. If we were to go out there and say, there's actually people out there who, were nearly broke, and there's folks on Wall Street who, were getting, who lost their jobs and now they're making more money. They're making more money selling hot dogs 3 blocks away from Wall Street than they were when they were a trader on Wall Street. Like, if we tried to tell that story, it wouldn't work. Nobody would believe it. But if we say, check out this article that I just read in the Wall Street Journal, now that validates it for us. It gets it there. And again, all you have to do is type in whatever your topic is, WSJ.com for Wall Street Journal, or USAtoday.com, or you might type in HuffingtonPost.com, and all you got to do is just go and search through. Look at this, hot dog cart used as a deadly weapon, right? So I mean, it's about being a little bit creative. So you might take that and say, sad story about somebody who uses used a hot dog cart for bad reasons. We're all about using hot dog carts because hot dog carts make people happy and this and that. And maybe that one's a little too graphic to utilize, but you get what I'm saying. It's pretty simple. You're just going to type in whatever your primary keyword is with some news sources. You can type in Wall Street Journal, USA Today, Huffington Post. If there are any relevant news sites that are specific to your particular industry, then by all means talk about those. Now, you don't want to say that these particular news sites are recommending you or your product, right? That's not the case. You can't say that they're doing that. But what you can do, which is exactly, and I'll go back and open up these emails again, you can go back and just say, check out this article. So, we might say something like, according to, and I'll give you a couple of subject line examples. So according to, person in the news article, so according to Tim Cook, mobile advertising is the future. Or, news source loves or hates this topic. So the Wall Street Journal loves hot dog carts, right? That's kind of a bizarre thing. So you go in, did you know that, and you talk about whatever the thing that was covered in there. So did you know that there's actually former Wall Street traders that are making more money slinging dogs than they were trading on Wall Street? Check it out here. Yep, I just found this article. And you go in there and you talk about some of the different options that they have. And I give you an example here of one that we actually used that you can model if you want. But the point is, have some fun with this, all right? Don't take this overly seriously. There was another great example. So a lot of the things that we do is in the concealed carry space. And it was a hilarious. It had something to, naked man arrested for concealed weapon. USA Today. Check this out. Naked man arrested for concealed weapon. So we have some things in the survival preparedness space about concealed carry and things like this. This was a hilarious news story that we were able to reference, and we were able to say, did you see the article on USA Today, the one about the naked man who was arrested for concealed weapon? Well, I don't know about you, but wherever he was putting that gun's not anywhere where I'd want to put a gun. Here's some other options that you might want to use instead, right? So have fun with it. The point is, you're using third-party sources, third-party validation to tell a story, to increase engagement, to validate a narrative. It doesn't have to be exactly related to your product. It just needs to go to the general narrative and to the general story. So by all means, have fun with it. Use this story. And one thing that I said here, the Tubejacker emails, whenever you go and watch that, or if you have already watched it, those can be adapted perfectly for Newsjacker as well. Just replace the news articles with the YouTube articles and the effect is the same. So since these are interchangeable, you essentially have 3 examples of different emails, 2 in Tubejacker and 1 in Newsjacker that can be used for either. So use them. Deploy them. I'll tell you, they work great on the back of a gain logic fear sequence or in the back of a mini class launcher, any type of content series. They work great to be stacked on that before you move into a close or before you move into the are you still or have you yet, right? They work really great after a webinar show up series. So these types of things work great. If you're going to stack some campaigns, they work great to fall kind of in the middle, to reset people's attention, to reset their expectation, to add a little bit of humor. So that's how I recommend that you use them. I do recommend that you use them because they're just fun. They validate your message, and your people are going to love them, and you're not always just linking off to your own site over and over and over and over and over again. So hopefully you get the idea. Check it out, and I hope you use it.